Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is Juju's Journey. A little bit about myself. I've been using the zero-based budget since January 1st, 2025. My husband passed away in December. And so I had to, really try to figure out how to budget just for myself. I lost a lot of he was already on Social Security. I'm not old enough for Social Security. So my budget came down considerably when he passed away, which I'm not laughing. But it's very doable. I'm on a very tight income. I use a zero-based budget. Like I said, I do the envelope stuffing. To plan for my future, to plan for the yearly bills that come up, like your income taxes, your car taxes, your house taxes, your yearly insurance for your property, future vacations, Christmas, everything. I budget every penny that I bring in to go towards those big events that we have, so it will not hit me all at once. And I also have a goal to be 6 months ahead based on what I get in every month. Anyway, so come along with me and let's get started. Right now, it's not going to be a envelope stuffing. It's just kind of like closing out the month. So we can get started and plan for next month. So this is called my money bag. And this binder is my bank bag. I am 1 month ahead at this moment. So what I would like to do is pull $3,000 because that's my monthly budget. And I put every penny of this in this binder. And so when I stuff my envelopes each week, I don't do it once a month, but each week I pull from this binder. That way, if I have a hard week, something came up, unexpected expense, I don't have to go through all of my only 3 other binders and pull from that because I made a mistake and I need to pull money. It might get too confusing. I just may have to skip some categories just to make things better, So in this 1 month ahead this binder, I pull the cash. I go ahead and find out exactly how much money I'm going to need, how many ones I'm going to need, how many fives I'm going to need, how many tens I'm going to need, how many 20s, 50s, and $100 bills I'm going to need for the month. So that's just how I do it. And then whenever I stuff my wallet that goes in my pocketbook, these are the categories. I have my own envelope. I have a groceries, a dining out, miscellaneous, lunch. And those I stuff weekly into my weekly binder, and I only stuff the allotted amount that I have set in my budget. Then my bills that come out every single month. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. I have my house payment. I have my water bill, my electricity bill, my phone bill, my internet, and my checking fees, and a car maintenance service payment plan that I have. I have a Scrubbies subscription, and I have to buy my pets their medicine, food, litter, all of those things. Gas. These are the things that I have to have right here. This money is what I need to have in order to survive. Like, I have to have all these things. So, whatever's left over, I get to I have my ones that I've decided how much I need to get, my fives, my tens, my 20s, my 50s, and then I don't really apparently have a 100 I don't usually stuff 100s, so I don't have a 100. And then I have overflow, which is basically like a miscellaneous. Like if I set my budget and I have like $20 left over and I don't know what to do with it, I'll stick it in the overflow, okay? So then once a week, I will stuff my binders. So I'll stuff my cash wallet with the money that I've already set aside. I've already set a monthly budget, and I know exactly how much on a weekly basis that I plan to stuff into all of my envelopes. So this envelope, I call this my fun envelope. I pull my dollars each week that I don't spend and save it in my dollar saving. I stuff personal care. I stuff a little bit for clothes, a little bit for entertainment, vacation, gifts, pets, vet. That's for the yearly emergency, not just for them to survive. Wish list, things that I really want to save for, that, like the computer I bought. Lawn and garden, and a future wedding that's coming up. I have a binder for, I guess these are called like long-term sinking funds or high priorities. So this is for house taxes, house insurance, house maintenance, car taxes, car insurance, car maintenance, emergency, medical, savings, month-ahead bills, yearly fees, and eBay. And then, of course, my very favorite binder is the one with my children, my grandchildren and my children. I put a little bit of money back each week for birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. So when they roll around, it won't hit me so hard. So I've got 5 grandchildren, and I have 5 children, and all 5 of my children have significant others. So that's 15 people that I'm saving for in this binder. And I recently added, and I haven't started using it yet, because like I said, I'm 1 month ahead. I did start this binder, and I'm kind of planning on putting whatever my overflow that I don't use towards this binder. And this will be, okay, I'm 1 month ahead. This will be, put me 2 months ahead. So it's kind of like a savings towards that second month ahead goal. But I haven't started using this yet. So I've set it up similar to what I'm calling my bank binder. And I'm setting it up for all of these things that I have to survive. And so hopefully I'll get 2 months ahead coming up soon. But today we're not going to even start on that binder. That's just something I'm kind of introducing to myself. This was last month planning. I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to do that today. Today is September 1st. It's Labor Day. I'm kind of behind. I had a very busy weekend. We had so much fun. And I just did not get around to planning my budget for the month. But I will. But I need to unstuff and kind of get situated anyway. So I decided I'd just bring you along for this part of it. So I'm going to put that away. And what I'm going to do right now is, as I pay my bills, I pull the money from this binder. So the house payment came out. I did not pull it, but my house payment is the same every month. So I'm going to pull that out. My water bill is pretty much the same every month. So, well, no, I've already pulled that. So I have $2 left over. Sorry. See, normally I would take this $2 and put in the overflow, which I may as well do that. And this will be $2 towards getting ahead for my 2 months ahead. Right now I'm 1 month ahead. So I'll just go ahead and put that there. Electricity, I pulled that. My phone bill, I did not pull that, but it was exact. I had the right amount funded for that. Internet, let's see, checking fees. I know I haven't pulled that yet, but it's the correct amount. My service payment plan came out at the beginning. Scrubbies came out, I've already pulled it. Pets and litter, I did not have to buy any of this month. I will coming up, but I bought it towards the end of July, so it was enough to carry me over. Gas, I really had $5 left over, so I'm just going to put that there because I did put gas in my car. I'm going to go ahead and pull all of this money because I didn't use it. I did skip a week just because I bought a computer and I didn't quite have enough money in my wish list for everything that I purchased that day. So I skipped a week of stuffing, tried not to spend any money. My overflow, oh goodness. I'm just going to hold on to the overflow right now. And I'm going to put that binder aside, and I'm going to get this binder, and I am going to go to my wish list, and this is going to hurt. And I'm going to pull this money because, like I said, I only had $234. Actually, I even had less than that because I did stuff it 2 weeks after. So today is what, 9/1. I'm going to put, I spent, and I still owe on this too, y'all. I'm negative. But I took it all out. So I'm 0, 0. I took it all out. I'm going to put spend on computer. I'm kind of thinking, I'm actually kind of thinking that I should put that I'm minus. Okay. Let me get my calculator out. I'm minus, I don't have the, I know I spent around 600, I think, probably a little bit more. 600 minus 234. So I really owe this 366. So I may not even stuff this each week. I may skip it, but kind of work it down so that when I get back to 0, I mean, get that balance ahead, then I know I can start saving again, because I really do need to pay my bank back, because that's really not making me 3 months ahead. I'm really now minus 366. So to get me back to where I belong to be, I need to work. I owe myself $366 before I can start saving for something else. Does that make sense? I hope so. But today is going to be another busy day. We oh, I don't take that out. I am planning on going and riding my side-by-side out in the country. I'm blessed to have a lot of land out in the country with family. This is $200 that's in my bank. This is called prop money, or placeholders. So I ordered this fake money off of Amazon, and then I made my little stickers so I wouldn't get confused, because it does look similar to real money. Anyway, whenever my envelopes get to a certain amount that I really shouldn't be keeping here, I swap them out, use placeholders, and I put them in my bank in the savings account. Well, I did open up a high yield savings account with Ally like July 4th. And I'm only saying it's not much money in there. I think it's like $7,000 maybe, $7,000. And I've already, and I didn't check it this past week, I've earned like $13 in interest. I would have never earned that much money in my typical savings account. So I haven't had any trouble using Ally. It wasn't difficult to set up. I just watched a lot of YouTube channels and everybody recommended it. So I said, it's not going to hurt to try. And I did it. And so far, I'm satisfied. I do know that it takes, like when I transferred the money from my checking account to Ally, it takes about 2 to 3 days for it to show up. So I can imagine that whenever I want to transfer that money back into my personal checking account, then it may take the same amount of time. So if I really need that money, you might want to keep enough money on hand in your own bank that you can run up there in your car, walk in, and get your money. But if you want to, like if you're saving for your house taxes, yeah, you know when you're going to pay it. Just get it transferred like a week in advance. And then it'll be sitting in your checking account. Or if you're like 1 month ahead or you have a good nest egg, then go ahead and pay your house taxes and then let it pay you back. So I've got $200 in placeholders that I've got to either pull back to my account or try to figure out how I'm going to, in my head, know that this money is spent and leave it there. Like leave it in the bank, put these back up, but know that that $200 went to something else. So I may be able to figure this out later, but as this moment, I'm going to put these $200 placeholders right here because I've got to figure out how I'm going to trade those out so I really don't have to take money, out of my, I don't want to take money out of my savings account just to pay myself back $200, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I've pulled my cash. I still had 51s. I think they're 50. We better count them. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So I may have to count that again, but instead of it being 50, I may have had to pull 2 ones from it. One, I'll count that again later. But I'm going to put all my ones together. I'm going to put my 5s, my 10s, and then we've got to count this up because I need $3,000 in cash. To stuff my bank. Okay, those are 1s, 20s, 100s. Okay, 10s. 20s. Anyway, I'm going to have so much fun today. I've got a friend of mine that we have been friends for, what, probably about 33, 34 years, maybe 35. And when I say friends, like I did my pregnancy test with her. I used to work for her. And I did my pregnancy test with her. I'm going to pull this money because I did spend some money over the weekend. That this dining out, I didn't log it, and I spent more than was in my cash wallet. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this miscellaneous because I used that too. So I want to make, instead of putting it towards my next month ahead, I really didn't have it to pull. I want to make sure all these are zeroed out because I spent more money than I normally do. And that's okay. I mean, that happens. My goal would be to save money, but this month it just didn't happen. But that was 31 days, and plus I made some big purchases. I just want to make sure I have zeroed out this binder. I did manage to put $2 into my being 2 months ahead. Hopefully by the end of this month, I'll be good. And when I cash this, when I do this cash, I think I can figure out how to change out those 100s really quick. Pets, I'm leaving pets. Let me count how much money I have in pets right now. I may not even have to budget that this month. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So I've got $151. I am not going to plan, I'm not going to, in my budget, I will not budget for pets supplies this month. That is more than enough. So that means I can put that money towards a high sinking fund or something like that, because, and then my overflow, I'm going to go ahead and take it out as well. And that's 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. So everything is finished except for my pets. So my bank is empty, except for my pets. But I will not stuff that this month. And so, let me, you know what I might do? I don't think I have 100. Let's look in here real quick and see if I have cash to make another placeholder. Oh yeah, I can do, let's see if I can do this. Hold on. 20, 30, 40, 50. I can do these two. Okay, that made 100. I'm going to put 100 here, and I'm going to set that aside. And did I do it out of house insurance? Let's see. I've got 1,000 in the bank. Now I have 200 in the bank, so that's 1,200. 3, 50, 60, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 50, 60, 75. Is that right? Let's see. It's supposed to be 1,380. So 1,300. This should be 80, 50, 60, 70, and I think that was 10. So maybe I did wrong. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, it's 380. Okay, so I was able to put that placeholder. It's in the bank, so, and I've got the cash right here, so I did cash it out. So let's see if I have another $100 that I can do. That's $95. That won't work. Car taxes, 75. Car insurance. Let's see. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. I just need something that I have $100 in. Nope. I pulled things to get them out the head, so it's gonna 25, 40. Nope. Nope. Okay, let me find another binder to catch out that 100. Maybe it's gonna be in this one. Personal care, no. Clothes, no. Entertainment, no. Maybe vacation. Nope. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Angela. 15. Maybe pets. Let's see. 274. Oh, it might be. Hold on. Please say this is $100 in real money. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Nope. I know this is not 1, 2. Oh, I see it. That's where I messed up. Wish list, no. eBay, it's only got 10. No wedding. Did I have eBay in here? Maybe one of the children's, but I know I thought I cashed those out as well. Oh, goodness. I know this is not entertaining. I'll figure out that 100 later. Okay, what I have to do is count this money and see how close I am to $3,000. So I can then go through and see how many ones, and I'm going to put this placeholder right there so it doesn't get mixed up. Anyway, so I want to go ahead and figure out how much money I have here, and then later I'm going to go through when I really sit down with my budget and see how many ones and fives and tens and all that I need. And then my monthly income goes into my checking account. It's there now. And if I'm sly $3,000, I have to go get what I need from there. Does that make sense? And therefore, since I'm a month ahead, all of my drafted bills that I'm still going to have cash for in this bank envelope, I'll have enough money in my checking account for those to come out. Do not ever take out, and if you have drafts coming, unless you have enough money in the bank to cover it. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you might forget to put money back in the bank. I don't have to rush and put this money in the bank because I'm 1 month ahead. But before I was 1 month ahead, I had to make sure I had physical cash in my real bank, okay? So the 100s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $1,300. Wait a minute, that's not right. 1,300, Angela. 130. Wait, okay. Put this in my cash tray. My next largest are my 50s. So that's going to be plus. So then we're going to go 100. Well, apparently I didn't have this money separated. Sorry about that. So we have $150 plus 150. $20s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we have 300 20s. Tens. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 130. And then fives, we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Minus, oh, plus 85. Okay. I hope that turned out right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in ones we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82. So that's 2,000. Let's see what I want to write on. I don't have blank paper. Let me get a Sharpie. These are the coolest little things that I bought. These are the Mr. Pens, and you put your paper in them. It's got a little pocket. And so I've got $2,049 in cash. So my $3,000 budget, that's a period. So anyway, I'm going to circle this because I've got to transfer it over. But anyway, all you do is write on this, look. And then you just take rubbing alcohol. I use a paper towel and you can clean it off. And that way you do not have to, completely keep messing up paper and having paper everywhere. Actually, I may just put it on here since it's in different ink. I know. 2,000, what was it, $49? So 3,000, no, it was 2,047, not 49. So 3,000 minus I've got to pull $953 out of my banking account, my checking account, to get to my $3,000 cash budget for the month. I know this may seem confusing. It's one of those things that you actually just have to do it and understand. Well, actually, I only have to pull $800 because I have this $100 placeholder. So, you know what I might do with that placeholder? I might just stick it in with my house payment. Instead of, that's exactly what I'll do. I'm just going to stick it right here. And then subtract 100. So I only need $853 from the bank this month. Like I said, I have $3,000 that goes in. And I'm only going to pull this $853 in cash. I may have to go to say here, put this in my checking account, and I want so many ones or so many fives or so many whatevers. But that's fine. I can do that. But the only amount of money that will come out of my checking account this month is going to be $853. And then, you know, when that accumulates, then I can start, you know, really stuffing for 2 months ahead. So that's really good. And the reason it doesn't come out to be a full $3,000 is because I'm actually stuffing, you know, like $853 went towards bills for my future or Christmas presents, things like that. So that's pretty good. Normally I wouldn't be taking out a wish list, so that's a little bit more money than normal to be here in my cash tray. But that's okay. I mean, you know, you have to pay yourself back. So I'm going to go to the bank. I've got to figure out my budget, but at least I know where I stand for next month. And so I hope that was helpful. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But you have to practice it. Like once you start touching and scheduling your own budget, you'll figure it out. It's so easy. I mean, you'll do it the way that it works for you. I'm going to do it the way it works for me. But I'm telling you, had I started this zero-based budget in my 20s, I wouldn't have a house payment right now, you know? Usually when your money's sitting in the bank and you don't have a goal for that money, you know, you're going to go and you're going to look at your husband and you're going to say, you know, we have like $4,000 in savings, so if you really want it, you know, we can get it. And before long, you just don't have that money in the bank. I mean, I was very fortunate. My husband had a long career. I worked. I was a preschool teacher, but I didn't have retirement and all of that kind of stuff. But I mean, I'm very fortunate. I could be a lot worse than I am now. But I am living off of what he saved for our future. But, you know, I still have a house payment. I've got to work on getting my house paid off because even what I'm doing right now with the $3,000 a month, and I spend very little money every month on myself. I do not go shopping like I did buy a computer. I did go out to eat a few times, but you can do that. But I do not just go blow money. I'm telling you, it's a tight, tight budget. But I don't have, at the rate I'm going at this particular moment, I don't have enough money when it's time for me to pay my house taxes. I have house taxes paid. I've already closed that, is completed, fully funded. But like my house insurance, I don't have enough money at the rate I'm going to be able to pay for my insurance on my house next year. I pay once a year. So hopefully I'm going to be able to save and, you know, maybe I over budgeted on things and it's all going to come together because this 1 year for me after my husband died is a trial period. You know, I'm not sure exactly how much my car insurance is going to go down because I went from having 3 cars, with 2 of those being convertible sports cars, and a pickup truck, now to one little SUV type. It's really a 4-door sedan, if you ask me. It just looks like an SUV. So, of course, I think my insurance is going to be lower. But my house taxes are probably going to go up. You know, I just don't quite know exactly where I stand. But next year, going into January 1st, I'll have a better understanding. But right now, I'm doing good. I can't complain. If something were to happen, you know, I may have to pull where I put placeholders in for a vacation. Okay, I'm good with that. But I do have it saved in the bank. I didn't spend it on something else. Thank God I've already spent it on my vacation that I did not have. So I can pull something if there's an emergency to pay a bill from that. So it's really saving. Of course I want to spend it on a vacation and hopefully I'll be able to. But if I have to pull to pay another bill, it's going to come from silly stuff like vacation, wish list, you know, little things like that that really do not impact whether or not you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna die without going on a vacation. You can save up again. You're not gonna, you know, get your not have insurance on your house because you decide to take your wish list money, you know. So be wise about this, guys. But really and truly, when you start spending your money, and I'm telling you, my binders, I had to go down where I was stuffing $5 in binders. Now I'm stuffing 3. Where I was stuffing, $50 a week. I'm stuffing $20 a week. Because, when I got my tax money back last year, I stuffed big. But now I'm back to, I'm a month ahead. So I do have $3,000 essentially in savings for a month ahead. So I'm really going to be okay either way because, I have enough money to pay my house insurance. But I really want to have 6 months saved so I do not even have to worry about that. But I still want to stay on my budget to pay my bills, so that will increase over time. And then let's say if I want to buy a new car one day, I need to have an envelope for that and pay cash. I do not want to ever get in a situation, especially at my age, where I have to borrow money from a bank and pay interest to a bank. And to be quite honest, I know everybody says you need credit when you're young, and I'm sure you do because I don't know too many young people that can buy a house without credit. But as far as your cars go, I would not finance a car. I would not do it. Your house, I would, but I would definitely save to pay towards that interest and pay your house off as soon as you can. I've lived long enough to know that when people say, oh, you really should have a house payment, you've got to keep that credit going. I don't believe that. I think I've been watching Dave Ramsey. I don't know where he was 5 years ago in my life, but it just makes so much sense. It's so much sense. Like, don't go to work and then pay all your bills and have $2 left over because your bills are paid. That's ridiculous. Why, you're going to give interest to a bank? No. Take that interest and put it towards something else you want to do in life. Let your money be your money. Don't let it belong to your credit card or let it belong to your car. Yeah, you might have to save up for a new car. So let that money be so when you pay cash and then you're not going to pay another $6,000 to a bank. Take that $6,000 that you would have paid in interest and put it towards your next car that you're going to buy. We can do this, guys. It's not that complicated. If I can do it, you can do it. And so, anyway, that's enough of me ranting. I am going to have the best day ever, like my little granddaughter says. Over the weekend, we took her to an indoor arcade that had everything: bowling, laser tag, putt-putt, all the games. And so when we left, I said, did you have the best day ever? And she said, I had the best day ever, Juju. And she was so excited. So that's going to be my new motto. I want to start living in the way that I can have the best day ever, and not be stressed, especially not over money. But I'm going to leave you with our favorite Bible verse. I have it memorized, but I just want to make sure I don't mess up. And I've been walking this week. I'll have to tell you about the adventure my friend and I went on. It's unbelievable. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile down on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. And that's from Numbers 6:24-26. That's my favorite Bible verse right now. But I came across another one. And, like I said, my husband passed away. And I still, right now, I'm tearing up just talking about him. And it's been, it's September 1st? September, October, November. in just like 2.5 months. It's going to be 1 whole year without him. But I found this Bible verse, and it says, I thank my God every time I remember you. And that's from Philippians 1. I can't see because 1:3. But anyway, so I do. I'm so grateful that I was a part of his life and he was a part of mine for so many years. I'm devastated that he's not here to watch his grandchildren grow up. And I mean, because we weren't old. He wasn't old either. He was 68 years old. Well, 67, about to turn 68. Or maybe he was 68, about to turn 69. It doesn't matter. He was young. And anyway, it wasn't, God needed him more than we do. I know he's happy where he is. But I've got to make the most out of this life, so I can't just be sad all the time. I've got to start living. So today, I'm going to be on my 4-wheel drive side-by-side that we purchased together. And I'm going to do all the things that he wanted us to explore and do, which we did on it anyway. But I'm taking it out to the country, and we're going to go riding. I'm going to have my grandchildren with me. I'm going to have my children, some of my children with me. And I'm going to have my best friend and her husband with me. And we're just going to have a good old time. And be out in the country and just explore and have a good time. Anyway, y'all have a good time today too. Happy Labor Day. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.